What is going on, everybody? Chris here, and we're about to go into downtown Ann Arbor and test FSD 12.5.1.1. And we're going to do it with a little twist because FSD has been doing so well. Now, Ashok, who is kind of the lead of the autopilot team, talked about how this is the first version, sorry, I need to see my camera here, that he could drive around with an open cup of coffee for 30 minutes without spilling it. So I don't want to spill coffee on myself, but we're going to fill up this cup with water. And we're going to see if FSD can drive us around downtown without spilling anything out of this cup. I'm a little nervous. I mean, it's just water, so whatever, but I am at work. I don't want to get all wet. But we're going to see if this is true, if it can drive us around, if it's smooth enough to not spill any water out of here. So we're starting off difficult. I have a couple of turns and a couple of stop signs right away. So I'm not going to make this easy. We're going to see if FSD can do this smoothly. And I kind of think it can because phantom braking has been kind of deleted from FSD. It's pretty amazing how well it's working. So we are just about to go downtown and do that. But first, I got to tell you about my Ridge wallet that I've been using for a couple of months. Huge shout out to Ridge for sponsoring this portion of the video. I am loving my Ridge wallet. Now, what's really exciting right now, Ridge is doing a massive sweepstakes. The winner can choose between a Hennessy Velociraptor, a golden Cybertruck, or just 100,000 cash if that's what you want. And the best news is you can enter totally free. So check out my link below. Make sure you enter the sweepstakes. Now, if you do end up buying the Cyber wallet or any Hennessy specialty products, you will get 4 times the entries. But every dollar you spend is another entry. So go ahead and enter at least for free at the link down below and let me know what you would pick. Would you pick the Cybertruck? I hope so. The Hennessy Velociraptor or the $100,000? Also, I hope so. That's also a great decision as well. So again, check out the link below. Thank you to Rage for sponsoring this portion of the video. Let's get started here. So I'm gonna take this cup, I'm gonna put some water in it. I did bring paper towel with me just in case. And we're gonna fill it up, man. I'm not gonna play around with this. Oh my gosh, that's so full. All right, there you go. Hopefully you can see that. It's very full there. And we're just gonna start this up. Oh my goodness, I can barely hold, I'm almost like shaking myself. I did drink a lot of coffee today, can you tell? Let's see. Now, I assume the spirit of the challenge is that you're holding this. This is too much. I would never actually put this much in here. I think the spirit of this challenge is that you're holding it, not that it's in the cup holder. So I'm going to hold it, and, you know, this is hands-free FSD, so make sure you can see my eyes there, the little camera. And we're going to hit go, and we're going to see, oh, it's already, oh, a tiny drop came out. Okay, it's already spilling on me. Oh, no, the potholes. Okay, it's spilling. Oh my gosh, it's spilling everywhere. Oh, I'm all wet already. Well, I don't know if you'd call that FSD's fault. Well, you would, because if you were a human, you'd see the potholes and you'd say, whoa, I need to go a little slowly over those. FSD for now is not, oh my gosh. Hey, look at that. Okay, that turn was super smooth and it didn't spill any additional. I still got some dripping off the bottom here from the potholes. If you were human and if you saw the potholes, of course humans miss potholes all the time, you would slow down and maybe not bump so much. But if you're going up a hill or something, or the pothole's really big and if you go slowly through it, all right, let's check out this turn. Look at that. Okay, I think that kind of right there, that turning kind of validates exactly what he's saying in that it's not spilling. And then we have cyclists up here we're slowing for. We got to go around this bend. I like how I made it like half a second into this and already spilled all over myself. I am like all wet. That's awesome. So let's see this stop. Look at that. We stopped for that light. I have to keep turning this camera on so I can make sure you can see the cup. And then this is a no turn on red, so you better not do it. It didn't do it before. See, this is, oh, it did it. Oh no, and it spilled from the acceleration. So we have an illegal turn. There, report that. We have an illegal right turn on a no turn on red. And the acceleration was enough to spill more of this water on me. So, yeah, I'm not quite at the experience of it's not spilling anything. Now, again, I'll be fair. I'd filled this up a lot. But also, what kind of maniac is driving around with an uncovered cup of coffee? Just, you know, get a flask or something. I mean, it's a funny test if nothing else. Oh my gosh, I'm like all wet. All right, so we'll see as this goes if it can keep getting better and better. It should only get better for the car as we, oh my gosh, oh, this is, I meant to bring a towel with me today and like put it on my lap, and I just, you know, you just forget. You're busy going around, and that's how it goes. So I'll say the car is a big disadvantage in this area. I don't know if you've been to California and experienced those roads, but it's like they just paved them, but everywhere you go. It is like brand new roads. The paint is perfect. The roads are perfect. And we just don't have that in the Midwest. You're not going to see that in Michigan. You're going to get these potholes and you're going to get all kinds of messed up no paint, broken up streets and everything. So here we go, acceleration. Very nice. So this is more where I think we're kind of evaluating the car is the accelerations, the stops, and the turns. If those are smooth enough, you won't be spilling. And we still have quite a lot. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. There's still a lot of water in here, so there's lots of opportunity for me to get way more soaked from this. Hitting the potholes and stuff, again, eventually it has to be able to see potholes, at least to an extent, to kind of avoid them or slow down for them, to avoid damage to the car and everything. So let's see, is anybody going to let us over here? Not really. There, this guy's letting us. And smooth enough through there. But you can see, as we're going, it's just bump. We keep hitting these bumps. In California, everything is so smooth. I think you'd have a little better time with this challenge. But that's pretty funny. So we'll go to a couple destinations here. We will test out the car and see how it does. See if we can get through this with no disengagements and no interventions. All right, so I skipped that red light for you, and we're going to take off, and let's see. Oh yeah, the acceleration is smooth enough that it's definitely not even close to spilling this. That's so nice. I forget what I was talking about. We'll go to a few destinations around downtown here. That's what I was talking about. And see how the car does. So with 12.5 series, it has been wickedly good. So here's another acceleration for you. And of course we just stopped and it was all good. It has been wickedly good. What is that? There's an alarm going off somewhere. In terms of not making mistakes, in terms of like moving around the world, stopping, starting, turning, and all that. But I've still had disengagements. Actually haven't had any interventions yet on recorded drives with this version, which is kind of interesting. If you look at the chart at the end, the interventions are literally off the chart because I haven't had any. I've had 0 interventions on all of my 12.5 driving so far. But what I'm finding when I do need to disengage, it is at least kind of like farther out, more edge case scenarios. Not the craziest edge cases, but like the last video I had to take over because of some debris in the road that the car didn't react to. Now, we know the car is capable of reacting to debris in the road. Let's see here. Oh, you're getting close. See, it's hitting all the bumps in the road, but wow, even with that, it's really good. Let's see, what are you going to do here? You're going to have to wait a second. Yeah, very nice. It didn't decelerate too hard. You can see that the water stayed in there. Wow, crazy. Don't go around this guy. No. Actually, for a second, I thought I wanted to go around him. Anyway, the car is capable of seeing debris in the road, but if it's too small, the car can't see it and won't react to it. And so I've had to take over for that. Now you're making the mistake. And last time I was so excited that you did it right. Nope, we'll do a disengagement there, and it won't even let me report it. Okay, we'll count that as a disengagement because it took the wrong lane there, and it needed to switch to the other lane. And what am I saying here? So anyway, and then the other disengagement was just what we saw there is wrong lanes. So in this video, we've had 2 mistakes so far already. Going right on a no turn on red, and then just waiting for these pedestrians here. And then there where you saw it took the wrong lane. And in my last video, that's one of my disengagements as well, is it was going to take me on the highway, and I didn't want to go on the highway. So that's what I've had. Now, I'm pretty sure, I think I mentioned this in videos, I've at least talked about it on X, that Tesla, it's just me guessing this, but Tesla has added some kind of artificial restrictions on lane changes, because in older 12.5 versions, I'm paying attention, or in older version 12 versions and version 11, the car would be changing lanes all over the place like crazy. We're just gonna do a feeling lucky here. So it's trying to pull over, and we'll just go whatever. I don't know what that is. I just picked a random one. Now the car is so good at not changing lanes all over the place, meaning you're coming up to a right turn, it's not moving to the left. It is, man, it's so good at detecting these parked cars. It is staying where it needs to stay and then making that right turn. But the negative of that I'm seeing is that the car is missing turns or turning lanes because it just refuses to get over. And you'll have like a half mile, 0.3 miles, 0.1 miles to your turn coming up, and the car is just planted in its lane. It's not changing lanes. And this is not with minimal lane changes on. I pretty much never use that setting. Let me turn this on for you. And so there's like good and bad. It's kind of this trade-off of like, okay, now we're not getting these crazy lane changes all over the place, but the car is starting to miss some lane changes here. So let's see if we get this no turn on red here. So no turn on red was actually working for me for a long time. And see here, the car is respecting it. So that's really weird. It's like, actually kind of confirms my thought that no turn on red is map data. It's not that the car is reading that sign like we do and saying, oh, I can't turn right here. Any human that can read English would come up to this intersection, even if they've never been here, they'd see that sign and they wouldn't turn right, unless they didn't look at the sign or wanted to break the law or something. The car, as I've kind of speculated, has map data that's telling it don't turn right on red here. And so I think that's what we're seeing. Why we just spilled again on a right turn. My gosh, I'm soaked. So as we saw in that other turn, it's turning red on red even when it's not supposed to. Ooh, look at this car. They are messed up. Whenever you see the cars that are all beat up, you never want to be anywhere near them because you're going to be their next victim. All right, so I skipped that red for you. We're not going. That's super weird. What is happening? It like didn't go until the car next to us went. Was there a person in the crosswalk that I was missing or something? I don't know. So I wonder how weird I look just like sitting here holding this cup of water. I mean, no one probably is paying attention. But these FSD tests are just going to get weirder and weirder as FSD gets better. It's just going to be like the weirdest stuff because the car is getting good now. Instead of me complaining about it, not stopping or getting too close to another car or something like that, it's like, oh, it turned a little too sharply and some of my water spilled out. This is so silly. So another thing I'll talk about. Actually, I think I'm going to add another destination here. Another thing that I'll talk about is, let's go back here. Oh, nice. So you got to wait for this guy, which we are. Are you going to spill? We had a tiny little spill there from that kind of last minute stopping. And then, big acceleration. Wow, it stayed in. We're still waiting for hardware 3 to get 12.5. It's been 10 days. I think as of today, it's been 10 days since Elon said within 10 days. And well, I mean, he says a lot of stuff, right? So, oh my gosh, we're spilling. I think that's mostly the bumps in the road. But again, the car's got to be able to do this stuff. Actually, it doesn't. I think this is like way over the top. I don't think this is that important, but it's fun to try. Please pay attention to the road. I know I'm looking all over the place. So actually, I want to end trip, and I want to go to, no, don't turn right, please. I want to go straight. I'm actually going to take over. It does turn right here. I don't want to turn right. No, okay. That's not the car's fault. That's my fault. I want to go straight here. So, hardware 3, Cybertruck we're still waiting for. There is a version 12. So we're on 12.5.1.1. There is a 12.5.1.2 that I think only employees have, or maybe some people have received that update. I haven't received it yet. And that is on the latest software like base branch. So the 2024.26, which includes the summer update stuff like YouTube Music and the new weather in the top. As you can see, I don't have that here. So that is coming out. So you can feel free. I know some people were like holding off to update because they didn't want to miss FSD on their Cybertrucks and stuff. You should be good. Like you can go ahead and update. And the latest version of FSD is actually past all the publicly available base software branches. So you should be good with all of that. So we got the green here, and we'll keep going. But yeah, this is, I don't know, it's actually better than I thought. I wish I would have done this test like a year ago because this cup would probably be half gone. Especially, oh my gosh, with older like version 12s and version 11s, the takeoffs were so insane. This thing would have been spilling everywhere. Okay, so yeah, still a nice stop. Like you would almost think that stop was a little too late, but you can tell based off this. I mean, there's still a lot of water in there. I feel like this is the amount I would probably pour in a normal cup, not like to the brim like I did. Not making excuses for the FSD, but just kind of pointing that out. So another green, we'll take off here and see how it does. So honestly, like I could see, again, I don't know who's driving around with an open cup of coffee. That's kind of silly to me. But if you want to do that, just get a slightly bigger cup or pour just a little less coffee. This actually would work fine if you didn't pour it straight to the top, to the brim. So even on those bumps, you can see that we're not spilling anymore. Now this part will probably take a while because there's usually a lot of pedestrians here. This is why I wanted to go through here. Oh, he's taking that parallel parking spot. That's not how you do that, but all right. Nice, very nicely waits, goes around them. Nice Rivian right there. See all these bumps in the road? Oh, big spilling. Oh my gosh, I should have brought an extra pair of pants. Forget a towel. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. All right, stop sign here. We'll see how the stop does. I mean, not even close now. I mean, we've lost a lot of water. There's a takeoff. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of spillage. Again, the takeoff was okay. It was right on the brink of spilling out of the back, and then we hit some bumps, and that was it. You're done for. So I'm interested in your thoughts in the comments on like how much of that is FSD's fault. I would attribute it to like 70% FSD's fault and 30% the bumps in the road. Because, let's be fair, if that road was perfectly smooth, it wouldn't have spilled. The acceleration profile was fine. It's just the fact that the road is so beat up. All right, one last. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. This is so stupid. Oh man. All right, this part of the road is perfectly smooth, so we'll see if we can get away with this left turn without spilling anymore. We got our green. I mean, the takeoff is very good. Yeah, as you can see, when the road's smooth, there's not huge bumps in it. It's not spilling from the takeoffs. So, again, we've lost some of the water. So we'll end it there. Let me know what you think down in the comments. That's pretty funny. Here's how much water is left. And I will put the stats. We only did 3 miles here, but why are you turning? We only did 3 miles in this drive, but I'll put them in the... Are you freaking kidding me, dude? I'll put them in... Okay, that cyclist is back there, but they're way far back there, so we were very easily able to turn. I'll tell you when they just got to the road there. This is what the car does with no nav. Anyway, I'll put the stats down. It's not very much, but this is what we got. I don't want to disclude them because there were a couple mistakes even in this really short drive. I'm done with this. All right. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.